What is up, everybody? Sports Dude here, back with the Sports Dudes podcast, episode number 3. No, guys, I'm not getting a video out in a little while, but we'll get to all the updates in just one second here. But today, guys, of course, is the podcast. Of course, episode number 3. I have quite a bit of topics. Of course, some fan questions. I'll get into some topics. I forgot to mention the All-Star Weekend in the last episode. Let's point that out by one of my fans. I'll talk about some of the important, as you see the thumbnail on your screen, is about the Rams, St. Louis Rams cutting 3 important players, 3 veterans, honestly. Definitely surprising me. So I'll talk about that NFL move there, and we'll bounce around to some MLB. Talk about the Orioles, actually. They were in the headlines today, signing a few underrated talent to try to bolster up their team. So I'll kind of talk about that and answer some of the questions and talk about some of the other exciting games that I'm excited for as well. I'll add that to my list of fun. Hopefully I don't remember. Hopefully I do remember it. Excuse me. But anywho, guys, like I said, I'm a sports dude. Make sure you subscribe right now if you're not. Thank you so much for supporting this podcast, guys. I really appreciate it. So I think it's really going to be a fun podcast tonight, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So let's jump right into the first topic here. The Rams cutting 3 big players, James Laurinaitis, Jared Cook, and Chris Long. 3 players that I definitely were surprised got cut. I mean, I'm definitely surprised. They have a young defense all around with guys like T.J. McDonald, the up-and-coming Aaron Donald. So they have definitely some playmakers, but I didn't think they were definitely going to cut all 3. I thought Jared Cook was a decent player, definitely one of the weapons for the Rams. They didn't have much. Tavon Austin, wasn't a breakout talent. Stedman Bailey, nothing there. So you didn't really have too many great players in St. Louis to contribute to the passing game, nor a quarterback. Nick Foles really didn't get the job done. So I thought they do have a few bright spots, but Jared Cook I thought was a pretty solid player for them, in my opinion. And then Chris Long, who I was reading his stat, and it kind of tells why they released him. His sack totals going from like 13.5 a few years ago down to 2 last season. That's just not going to happen here in the NFL. You need to be able to put up the numbers to be able to, stay on the football team. And the Rams really shocking with that one. And James Laurinaitis is pretty much their captain of their defense. That one's a shocking one to me too. But, out of Ohio State, he's had a nice career, but just going in favor of the younger guys like Alec Ogletree actually comes to mind, a younger guy for the Rams. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do. My projection for the Rams this season, is really probably going to be 3rd place in the NFC West division. You got teams like the Cardinals and the Seahawks who are light years ahead of the Rams and 49ers for that matter. So there's definitely just a two-way race there for the first place. I don't see the Rams going really anywhere this season. They have some things to figure out. They do have a few bright spots on offense. Obviously, that's Todd Gurley on the offensive side, who's had a terrific season for fantasy and in real life as well. So he had a nice season. I definitely think the Rams will have some building blocks going for the future. But I want to get into a few topics here, guys. But the first I wanted to mention is the All-Star Weekend. Yes, I forgot to mention last episode. I talked about it. I was going on a roll. I was so excited and I just forgot to mention it. So unfortunately, I forgot. But really probably the best All-Star Weekend ever. I really personally did not get a opportunity to watch it. I was not able to watch. I barely even watched, maybe if any. But I don't care about the skills challenge. Honestly, in my opinion, I think I don't watch that. It's either the dunk contest, or the All-Star game for me. I didn't really turn to the 3-point contest either. But obviously, the big controversy this was the dunk contest. Aaron Gordon apparently getting snubbed. Zach LaVine getting the championship victory for his second year in a row. Which I saw some of the highlights. Aaron Gordon, absolutely great, a couple of dunks there, and LaVine, to his credit too, had a few nice ones as well. But I think it probably should have went to Gordon, but I didn't really mind too much. Now it's a little past the time to talk about this, but nevertheless. And the All-Star game was pretty cool. Kobe's final All-Star game, so it was pretty special, highest scoring ever, which was pretty cool. But seeing Kobe walk off the court for the last time in the All-Star game was a special moment. It's pretty cool seeing him in the All-Star game for the final time. So that was pretty cool. Definitely something better than seeing Kevin Hart in the celebrity game. So that works for me there. But so we'll also transition to now some of the MLB news, which I've wanted to talk about. The Orioles, I know it's an underrated team in the AL East, but obviously I don't think they're going to go anywhere this season. But they made a few off-season moves here. One of them is Yovani Gallardo, the former Milwaukee Brewer pitcher. Used to be the ace for the Brewers in that matter. Signs with the Orioles for, I believe, a 2-year deal. Yovani is going to help them out in the rotation. The Orioles don't have a strong rotation whatsoever. They lost Chen in the offseason, which was basically their best pitcher. And now they're stuck with, here's the rotation, Tillman, you got Ubaldo Jimenez, Miguel Gonzalez, and Kevin Guzman. So nothing much there. Guzman's pretty young, but their phenom prospect, Dylan Bundy, who when he does come up, I think will definitely help out the rotation. He is right now, I believe in AAA, still working on his pitching mechanics and everything. But I think when he comes back, I think he had Tommy John surgery, honestly. But I think when he comes back, he'll be the ace of the Orioles. But that was a pretty cool move there. You've seen Yovani. He's not really had the greatest of seasons the past few seasons. But I think he can maybe contribute to an Orioles team that's in desperate need of pitching. And then the other move they made was Dexter Fowler, of course, the Chicago Cubs former Astro outfielder for that matter as well. Fowler had a terrific season last year with the Chicago Cubs. Actually had his best career season with them. He signed for a 3-year deal, I believe over $30 million. Fowler's going to help them off in the outfielding realm as well. But this one was a little bit surprising to me, too. I thought Fowler, I really didn't know where Fowler was going to go. He got dumped by the Cubs early in the season in favor of Jason Hayward coming over for defensive help, and he's going to help them out in all areas. But in my opinion, I think the Fowler signed for $30 million was a little over than he probably was due. But guy draws quite a bit of walks. He's got a very high OBP. He's a solid player all around. But we'll definitely see how he does for the Orioles team, which I believe is destined for a rough AL East standing place, in my opinion. The AL East really is all kind of scattered. The Blue Jays, I think, are really solid team to look at. Red Sox, I think, are probably going to be resurging back eventually. So, the Yankees will eventually, too, like they always do. So, it should be interesting because I'm really pumped for the MLB season. Really pumped. Cannot wait. Spring training is coming up. I think they've reported already. And then, of course, the games will be starting. And then just baseball fever will be definitely exciting. And I really cannot wait. But, yes, we'll jump into a few fan questions now, guys. I don't have much of the fan questions, but I do have a few. And here, the first one here is talking about the Madden cover, which I'll talk about video games in a few seconds here as well. But the Madden cover, do you think Cam Newton makes it on the cover of Madden NFL 17? I could. I think it's either between Cam and Peyton this year for a few reasons. One is, of course, Peyton, legendary season. Hall of Fame worthy quarterback, obviously, gets the Super Bowl. Cool, awesome, whatever. Cam had the MVP season, though, so I think they may be obligated to give it to Peyton. This is the fans voting, too, so I don't know who they're going to give it to, but I could see both getting it. I think it might be Cam, though. I'd really be happy if it is Cam. You go younger star. He's going to be a star of this NFL career all around, definitely the face of the NFL, I think. He's a great quarterback, and got a lot of great traits, too. So I definitely think if he gets the Madden cover, it's a sparking, an unbelievable season. Think about it. MVP, you lose one game, during the whole season, then you go to the end of the Super Bowl and you lost it, but still had a terrific season nonetheless, and definitely deserved the MVP. And I think he probably does deserve the cover. I think he does. But I wouldn't be surprised to give it to Peyton just because he probably could be retiring. But that's definitely a possibility, but I think Cam does get it in the end. And the last question too, I didn't actually jot this one down, but it was something about the Cubs World Series, the World Series and everything, and not forgetting about the Cardinals. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, the Cardinals are always a lethal team. They've got still a great team from guys like Michael Wacha still contributing to guys like Matt Carpenter. So you really have a whole team of young players. And they're still a scrappy team. They're going to be up in the NL Central. They really are. So I believe it's going to be a 2 team. It's going to be the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cubs just battling it out for the top spot in the Central. I really believe that. I don't believe the Reds will go anywhere or Brew Crew. I do believe the Pirates will be in there too, but I think the Pirates actually will slip down to third this year, honestly, because really all 3 teams are so good. It's hard to predict, but I don't know. I may have a feeling that the Pirates might go down. The Cardinals will kind of stay up because the Cardinals are usually just on fire most of the time. But it should be interesting to see But I definitely believe the Cardinals will do well. All three teams should do well, but you can forget about the Reds, forget about the Brew Crew, in my opinion. And then the final couple of topics I want to talk about, of course, was MLB 16, the show, which is going to be a lot of fun. I believe that comes out late March, guys, late March, towards the start of the MLB season. And one of the things I wanted to mention, I'm extremely excited for the game. I saw a couple of videos on it tonight. Pretty cool, really cool. It seems like they've really got the graphics looking nice and really feels like an MLB experience. So I wanted to put that out there as an update that I will be doing a MLB franchise. Maybe Diamond Dynasty as well, probably. Yes, I'm probably going to be doing that. It's going to be a lot of fun. That franchise will be out once I get the rosters coming out. That's the update I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to get that series out for you guys. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of videos will be pumping out for that, definitely, because I'm going to be excited for the game, ready to rock and roll there, and I'll be deciding my franchise team. Probably when the game comes out originally, while I'm waiting for those rosters, I'll figure out a cool team, and we'll dive into a franchise. So that's definitely one game I'm interested in. I'm also interested in a couple other games, like the UFC game coming out soon, too. Seems pretty fun. I might get that game as well. So there's definitely a lot of games coming out now towards the springtime, and then like after that, games are done until like August. Until Madden comes out, that is basically kind of it for me. I mean, it used to be NCAA. That's unfortunate that it had to get canceled, but definitely Madden in August will be the next one. But we'll definitely get some other games maybe in this year in the channel as well. I have some games here that I haven't even touched that I've had for maybe 2, 3, 4 months now that I've not even touched, which is kind of crazy. But we'll definitely see. And probably the update that's probably the most important, guys. I'll give more update on this for, further along the way here, but I may be ending the Matt Dude career series, just because I want to be able to pump out the Ultimate Team, and I'm kind of getting bored of it a little bit, to be perfectly honest, because it's a long, journey too, and I figured out many times the My Career isn't really my thing. I had some fun with it, but I think all in all, I might have to just delete that series. So it might be deleted tonight or tomorrow or next week, Wednesday, but whatever. But just put on the lookout, guys. It very well may happen soon. Definitely may happen soon, and just be on the lookout for that. Apologize to the fans of the NBA 2K16 My Career series, but I think it's okay if I just start focus on my Ultimate Team. We'll get that. Got the weekly podcast out. I got some videos. I'm a little behind on Ultimate Team, but not so many. I'm actually pretty close now, which is pretty cool. Able to get the podcast out every week. Able to get the Ultimate Team out. MLB, is out then. We'll be able to roll with that. So that I think is a good strategy and something that I'm looking forward to do. But guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this podcast edition number 3. Thank you guys for participating. Remember, asks me some fan questions. I can answer more. I only had a couple this episode. But if you have questions regarding anything, pop it down in the comment section down below or on any video, really, on my Twitter. Anything you really want to do, I will save it. I'll write it down, and I'll answer it in the next podcast. So hope you guys did enjoy this episode. I thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Let's see if we can hit 230 by the end of the month. Is that possible? I think it may be. We'll see. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Drop a like down below. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.